Premier League preview and prediction for game week 32. Except from Man City, it will be game week 31 for them because they have one outstanding game. Yes, welcome to the Premier League preview. This time around, we're going to be diving into the top 4 battle. We are going to be diving into the title race. And also, we are going to be diving into the relegation battle. Because every sector in the Premier League have a battle that they have to fight. But before we dive into it properly, please do well to like this video, most especially like this video, subscribe, and also share. The more you like, the more this video get recommended to other Chelsea fans, but most especially the ones in UK. At least they tend to hear our own contribution and thoughts over the Premier League and games. Yes, you are going to be starting with West Ham versus Wolves, which they are going to be playing today by 8 p.m. dots. West Ham versus Wolves. It's not going to be an easy ride. Knowing fully well that Wolves is now, at least they're informed. Anyhow you take it, they're informed one way or the other. If somebody can beat Liverpool, they're informed. And they're still in 20th position with 17 points. You understand? But the thing is that even though they win all their games, how am I sure that they can even move out from that? It's not possible. So the relegation is already calling them. But just that they are one club that you don't wish to play with at this point in time. Most especially for a team like West Ham that is fighting relegation with the likes of Nottingham Forest and Liverpool. And Nottingham Forest and Tottenham. Yeah. Sorry, Liverpool. Sorry, my bad. Nottingham Forest and Tottenham. West Ham, Wolves. The last time they met, Wolves beat them at their home ground 3-0. And now they are going to West Ham home ground. Funny enough, Wolves have a very good record with West Ham.
But if you are comparing the both teams, their current form before the international break, let us look towards the results of this the last matches these two teams played. Their results. We can from there know, because the way I see this season currently now it's about the teams that did well. They will follow through that same form. But
West Ham, their last match, they lost now. They lost against Aston Villa 2-0.
The match before that. The match before that.
The match before that, whether they played 1-1 draw.
I think it was the time they were actually putting on a winning streak.
They played 1-1 draw against Man City.
Okay.
They were the one that even spoiled the Man City show. So they played 1-1 draw and they lost to Leeds in the penalty shootout in the FA Cup quarter final. So it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy.
This is a Friday night match, and considering everything we've looked into here, my own prediction is a draw. Be the first draw of the weekend.
See, the truth about the matter is that West Ham can't afford to draw. If they want to fight their way out of this relegation zone, they can't afford to draw any game because
you have to look at the present or the recent performances that they showed before the international break. And this is why I'm considering all of these things. And just like you said, Wolves, they are one of the worst teams to play. Now, currently, they are well rested. Of course, they're not playing any competition. Most of their players, I don't think they're going for international break. So they are well rested, and playing them right now, it's tricky.
He's really playing against the Wolves.
You have to calm down and play them. West Ham, do they have that energy and firepower? They lost against Leeds. It was FA Cup quarterfinals. We were supposed to win Leeds. It's crazy. I think that game was in their home, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I guess that was it Leeds on or their own. I can't really tell. But whichever be the case,
West Ham was supposed to support this game. Draw for me draw.
I see West Ham winning based on home advantage, and as it stands now, they don't have anything to fight for. The only thing they have to fight for is for them to get themselves back in the Premier League next season. So they have to fight very well. Today, they have to give Wolves a very good fight. Else, Wolves will give them a very tough one.
Wolves will eat them.
For me, West Ham to win. Then pushing over to weekend, that's been Saturday. We don't already enter weekend. Pushing over to Saturday, we have another good game, and it's an early kickoff. We have Arsenal versus Bournemouth. I don't know.
Your voice not-
I don't know why my all of a sudden my throat starts crack.
Oh my god, it's going to be a very, very interesting game. I love watching. See, I've loved watching Bournemouth this season. Every game Bournemouth put out there is they show why they have a very, very good coach, in my opinion.
Yeah,
very good coach, in my opinion. Even when he lost some of his key players, he has managed to balance that. He has managed to still retain the firepower. There are so many guys at Bournemouth that can hurt you. You know, people like Koku Junior, Evanescen, Senesi. There's this other guy, Tavernier. These guys are up there. Despite the fact that they sold heavy machineries like Delusion, Kekes, Semenyo, they sold these guys, but they are still able to keep that composure as a team.
And their last 5 games is draw.
They've not lost.
They have not lost, but it's draw.
But even if you see the draw, they never
and Arsenal can afford to draw this one.
Obviously, Arsenal can afford. Actually, let me tell you the truth. Arsenal can afford.
Why do you say so? Is it because of the Champions League that is coming up?
Apart from that, now, but that one, they need to even look at that one too. You need to be careful because Sporting can come back. But moreover, if you see, they are sitting at 9 points top clear. I know Arsenal has been always playing. They have been playing this league with so much fear. They want to see it out. But when you are sitting at 9 points ahead at the table, even though your rivals or people that are pushing you have a game at hand, I think, and also you're playing at home, I think that might not want to risk, just like you said, Champions League, you might not risk some important players in that game. And Timber, I don't know if he's back. I don't know if he'll be back for that game. We've not heard any news, so I don't think he'll be featured.
I think it's because of in short, he's not telling on them.
Yes.
All those times that you see a player he got a knock, they will not allow him to just heal properly, especially Bukayo Saka.
Like for example, you take this Sporting game. I don't think Gabriel was supposed to be featured in the game like that,
but they just
could not
afford to
bench him. And when it becomes worse, it could be much more worse than
and Gabriel should also be careful because he can't afford to miss the World Cup. Yes, in 2 months' time, the World Cup will be coming up. There's no player that don't want to play the World Cup.
We're already having him in conversations of making a Ballon d'Or. That is if Arsenal wins the league.
Ballon d'Or.
No, yes, people are saying it. They say if Brazil does well in the World Cup, Arsenal wins the Premier League.
He's not even part of the top 10 Ballon d'Or nomination, Seth.
It can be possible.
He's not among the top 10.
It can be possible.
I say he's not among the top 10.
It can be possible. We will bring
possible. Do you know the criteria for the Ballon d'Or? The Champions League and the World Cup. And also, you must be a big game player.
This season, let us be honest with ourselves. Has Gabriel been a big game?
Gabriel, if he doesn't win the Champions League and also the World Cup, does he qualify him to even be among the top 10?
What if he wins the Premier League and Brazil goes on to probably reach the finals of the World Cup?
Don't worry, they won't even win it. If it's this thing that Brazil is playing that I'm here and see. But let's focus on the Arsenal game.
Yes, focus on the Arsenal game. So like I said, Arteta might rest some players because he's playing at home against Bournemouth and it's 9 points clear.
Yeah.
Even though I know say Arsenal they play with so much fear, but to predict this game with all the jargons I've just spoken here right now.
Oh, wow. Arsenal right now is scary. I think they fear you to predict Arsenal since Southampton. Since Southampton, change your mind.
Worst if they did not win against Sporting. I will just talk at play. See this match, they lose. I'm not worried.
But they are struggling.
I think
they are struggling.
You see, the best way they try help them this period. I think Havertz has been like a needed.
No, they say that Chelsea gave them a nonsense player.
That's how they always say now.
But whichever be the case, I see this game to be a draw game. Early kickoff in the Premier League is it takes the grace of God for you to win early kickoff in the Premier League.
I would say Arsenal to win because it's Emirates Stadium, but
it's likely to be a draw.
They're not sleeping, man. And if I'm not mistaken, Bournemouth are in a good position in the table too. They are, but I don't think it's something that will warrant them.
No, I mean, if they are sitting at number 13, if they should win, they will be 45, and now they will be approaching 8, 9, 10, and 9.
Listen, Bournemouth might be eyeing a position as
To-
probably the conference.
Yes, to go.
Valley, if at all, like yes, of course, because if any
It's possible.
So I don't think there is a game they will afford to want to look down on, but it's not going to be a bad thing if they lose actually. It's Arsenal at Emirates Stadium, but
Draw. All right, pushing further, we have Brentford versus Everton. If one of these people win, one of these teams win, Chelsea drop to number 7 position without any excuse. But if the both team draw, we still remain.
That's just what I want, and that is what I will predict. So I'm begging you guys, but it's actually actualizable. If there's going to be any draw this weekend, leave the other one so I don't talk. You see this particular one, I'm seeing it as a big draw because the two teams they are looking for the same thing, and so the fight will be it will be a very big fight. Nobody wants to let each other down.
Yeah.
And yes, who's at home?
I guess Brentford is at home.
Draw for me.
Draw for me. Let me be biased here. Should I say let me be biased? Let me be neutral. I see Brentford winning, sure. I see Brentford winning. Never. This is Brentford home ground. Who go Thiago, your man.
Bro,
All right, pushing forward. We have Burnley versus Brighton. The last time they met, Brighton wired them 2-0 at Brighton's home ground. This time around is Burnley's home ground. And Burnley, one way or the other, they are still trying to see if they can still see their way out of the relegation zone too.
That be said, Brighton to me.
Brighton to win, man. Liverpool, Fulham. There's a game here.
Actually, there's always a game that anybody that's playing Liverpool right now.
There's a game here.
The game, bro.
There's a game here. The last time they played 2-2, Liverpool escaped. It would have been 2-1, but the game ended 2-2 at Fulham's home ground.
Liverpool playing the following week for their return leg against PSG. They want to put up should I say a remontanda performance or a
and if Fulham should win Liverpool, they will be at the back of Chelsea.
Bro,
it's hard to take away.
You see why all of you are saying Chelsea should forfeit the points against Man City. Although I'm not even saying it, I don't know if I should say I've seen Chelsea win that game. I don't. But we should not be looking towards the area of leaving the points for Man City
at all.
We need a win. We need a win, and this is stressing my head out right now. Imagine having to predict Fulham Liverpool. If Liverpool should win, they are further away. They are going away from us. We can't catch them again. If Fulham should win, Fulham will also pursue us. Thereby, my final verdict: draw. Draw off for this weekend.
Slots. Just be the slots that you are. Just be lost for us, please. Just be lost. But I see Liverpool winning. This is Anfield for crying out loud.
They are playing the second leg for PSG.
So are you going to say that they're going to forfeit their opportunity of qualifying for the Champions League just for them to lose that in the Champions League, which they are definitely going to lose against PSG?
Now, see the debate, because this is another talk. Because Liverpool fans were like contemplating, should we actually go all the way and fight for the Champions League, or forfeit this Champions League and qualify for the next season's Champions League? If you're a Liverpool fan, which would you choose? So I don't know, for them that's their business, but for me, I see it as a draw. I think if Liverpool will need to qualify for the Champions League next season, they need to do it with slots. Slots is already taking them through a very poor run. It's taking them through a poor run already. At this point, clubs do a lot of things just to survive. If you are trying to survive relegation and your coach is taking you to that area, you sack the coach. Tottenham did it. If you're trying to qualify for Champions League and the coach that you have is not taking you there, you sack that coach equally. Well, depends on them. But for this game, my prediction is draw.
Liverpool is winning for me. Then moving over to Sunday, we have Crystal Palace versus Newcastle. Crystal Palace did very well in their match in the Conference League yesterday. They did very, very well. They won 3-0 if I'm not mistaken. So they did very well. So Newcastle has not been bad, though they were kicked out by Barcelona. A shameful defeat like Chelsea's own. And let me say, this is Crystal Palace home ground. Crystal Palace still have something to fight for because they can't afford to sleep on bite, because any mistake from them, they can be going down to the relegation spots. You understand? Whether they are 34 points or be 34 points. So it's still risky for them. So I'll tip Crystal Palace to win this one based on home advantage.
It's that bad that a big team like Newcastle.
Is Newcastle big?
Why?
Are they big?
Why? For the past 2 seasons, where have they been? Have they not been going to the Champions League? For me, they are up there. And this is what makes the Premier League the Premier League. You can see a team that made the quarter. Was it a round of 16, right?
Yeah.
Of the Champions League. Look at where they are at the table in the Premier League with this amount of talent. If you look at Newcastle right now, look at their stadium. They are, in fact, they are evidence of a big team. They are, because if you look at their first 11, I could probably take their first 11 over Chelsea's. There's so many players at Newcastle I'll take. So, but I don't think they want to remain there. I'll give Newcastle a win.
I'll give Crystal Palace a win. My own prediction: Nottingham Forest versus Aston Villa. Nottingham Forest. Remember, you're fighting for relegation. You can't afford to lose against Aston Villa. You can do this.
Aston Villa are also fighting to cement their spot in the Champions League qualification stages. Wow.
You see that everything is just
so hard this week. Everything's at stake.
Everything's at stake this week. Any mistake from anybody, you sleep.
I'll go with Forest to win. Specifically.
I'll go with Forest to win. Then Sunderland, Tottenham. Tottenham can afford to.
I'll go with Tottenham to win, bro.
First game for Roberto Di Zerbi. He can
introduce yourself.
Because if he wins that game, give Tottenham an edge. We can't afford to see Tottenham going to relegation.
In my opinion, I'm actually going to tell you guys to brace yourself for your own. Tottenham is going to actually have a very good form before the season ends. They might possibly, at least, we have how many games?
Not a braceful impact, right?
7 games, they might actually win 5. Just because I feel like Zabi is going to turn things around.
Yeah. All right, Tottenham to win, but playing at Sunderland's home ground is not going to be easy.
They will win, they'll still win.
Then Chelsea, Man City at Stamford Bridge. The last time we played, it ended 1-1 draw at the Etihad Stadium.
I don't know what to say. It's one of those games where I'm speechless, but I'll just say after 90 minutes, that's my own prediction. I don't have much to say about this game. But one thing I'll tell you,
this game is tight.
Don't expect so much. Don't expect so much. That's how I'll put it. Man City, they're not in a bad state.
Exactly.
Consider that.
Exactly.
If Man City was doing poorly, it would be different. I could just pinpoint that Chelsea can just based on the importance of win. But Man City are fighting for something, and they look like people who are much more
than their beast mood,
ready to fight than Chelsea. Despite the fact that we're playing at Stamford Bridge, if Chelsea should win Man City, I would be damn as hell as surprised.
Very surprised.
So,
but it has been long, though.
It's been long, but guys, this club has stressed me out. But
I see it to be God, I don't know. After 90 minutes, almost Chelsea guy. All right, going over to Monday, we have Manchester United versus Leeds. Man, you playing on Monday, he always favors them.
One of the most well-rested teams in Europe this season.
I swear.
Manchester United. You will play once every 2 weeks, and there is no surprise.
And they party the following week.
All the domestic cups they played, Carabao Cup first leg they come out, FA Cup first leg they come out. So it gave them enough time. They did not play any competition. No,
next season we'll see how far.
For this game, Man U and Leeds has always had this big history. I don't know, but prediction. Man U are in a very, very good run-up of form.
Man U to win. No shades, man. Man U to win. So, guys, I guess that will be all for now when it comes to the Premier League preview and prediction. So, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I remain your boy Peters.